Good afternoon, y'all. So, as most know, I've been waking up from consistent nightmares and stress nightmares. A lot of it has to do with the fact that Michael and Jeff are fucking assholes and have damaged me in so many ways, me and my husband both. But one thing that makes my ass itch, as a lot of people I've seen says on TikTok, there's quite a few people that I follow that say it that honestly just rubs me the right way. It makes my ass itch that these fuckers are lying on my name. So I want to make something clear. I did write it out because if I start talking out of my heart, I'm going to get really pissed off and really just bitchy about it. So I'm just going to read what I wrote. Hey everyone, as my husband and I continue uncovering the lies, manipulation, and damage Jeff and his stepson Michael put us through, something came up that honestly just rubbed me the wrong way. Before I get into this, I want to make something very clear. I don't do nice things for people so I can throw them back in their face later. I help people because I genuinely care about them in that moment. I don't keep score. The only reason why I'm saying anything now is because I will defend my name when the truth gets twisted. Especially when you're spreading lies on me and my husband's name. And then I got a motherfucking problem, and I will set the record straight. Apparently, according to Jeff and Michael, they, quote, saved us over $5,000 while we lived with them. Let's put it into perspective, shall we? Michael didn't even have a job. He never even tried to get one. The only reason why he could afford his habits was because everyone else funded them. Between the cartons of cigarettes, weed, the beer, and everything else I personally bought for him, I spent close to $1,200 just supporting his habits. Now add in the manual labor. If you calculate the average pay here in Georgia for farmhand work and general labor, that number jumps to nearly $10,000. And that's before you count the food we bought, the cases of Coke we bought that we had to replace, even though we stopped taking from the Coke cases back in December. We still were responsible for some reason replacing all the Cokes. I bought 3 to 4 24 cases of Cokes, which here in Georgia is close to $20 per pack. So that's $60 a month just on Cokes. Or the countless home improvement projects my husband did, including cleaning and repainting floorboards, tearing down the backyard fence, and other work while Jeff and his family were trying to sell the house this summer. Now, have they successfully sold the house? I don't know, and I honestly don't give a fuck. So hearing them act like we somehow owe them honestly makes me sick. The truth is, if anyone is owed anything, it's us. Would I ever ask them to pay us back? Absolutely not, because that's not the type of person I am. Because again, I don't help people for recognition, repayment, or validation. I help people because that's who I am. But don't rewrite history. Michael was perfectly content living off everyone else while my husband and I were constantly pressured to get jobs faster, spend more money, do more chores, and somehow it was never enough. I still remember taking pictures in December, which I still have, of more than 30 bruises covering my body from literally working myself into the ground trying to satisfy Jeff's constant demands. Almost every morning, Jeff would wake us up yelling with a brand new list of chores that felt straight out of Cinderella, while his own stepson, Michael, slept until 2 in the afternoon. But heaven forbid Connor or I slept past 8 a.m. So let's stop pretending you were some great saviors. Because when we actually look at the facts, my husband and I gave far more than we ever received. You don't get to rewrite history just because the truth is inconvenient. Have the day you deserve, Jeff and Michael. Remember, karma's a bitch and she's coming hard for y'all.